Exodus chapter 15. It shows both the high spirits and the low spirits of the Israelites after they're taken out of Egypt. But it shows the greatness of God. Verse 1. Then Moses and the children of Israel sang this song to the Lord and spoke, saying, I will sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. And that's like a majority of the chapter, just the Israelites singing and giving praise. All of the lines in there are good, but I'm going to just tell you my favorites. Verse 2. The Lord is my strength and song, and he has become my salvation. He is my God, and I will praise him, my father's God, and I will exalt him. The Israelites just got out of Egypt due to God helping them, and so they're very appreciative to God. And before they were having a little bit of lack of faith, now they have so much faith, and they truly appreciate God for how amazing he is. Verses 6 and 7. Your right hand, O Lord, has become glorious in power. Your right hand, O Lord, has dashed the enemy in pieces. In the greatness of your excellence, you have overthrown those who rose against you. Sent forth your wrath, it consumed them like stubble. And that's what we learned happened last chapter, when God dealt with the Egyptians. Verse 11. Who is like you, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like you, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? And that was one of the main issues that God was actually trying to solve. God felt like, and he knew that the people living in Egyptians, not just the Egyptians, but also the Israelites, were not treating God like the number one God he is. The Egyptians specifically were having idols. And so for the past few chapters, God has repeatedly been saying, I am the Lord, your one true God. Now the Israelites know and appreciate him for that. Verse 13. You in your mercy have led forth the people whom you have redeemed. You have guided them in your strength to your holy habitation. And that's what God is, a guider. He uses his strength to lead us along to the right path. Verse 18. The Lord shall reign forever and ever. That's the shortest verse in this chapter, but it means the most, because it's 100% true. No one is more powerful than the Lord. Now the Israelites have made it through the ocean and they're back on land. Still on their way to the chosen land, though they haven't made it yet. Verses 20 and 21. Then Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took the timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her, with timbrels and with dances. And Miriam answered them, Sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and its rider he has thrown into the sea. Miriam, being Aaron's sister, means that she is also Moses' sister, and apparently she's the sister that saved Moses' life all those chapters ago. But it's amazing to see how she also worships God, and she is in awe of his triumph. Verses 22 and 23. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, then they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. Now when they came to Marah, they could not drink the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore the name of it was called Marah. They made it to land. They're stopping at a checkpoint, but they can't drink water there for 3 whole days. And that's really bad for them, so it'd be easy to complain, and even though they were so thankful of God before, it'd be easy to disregard him now and focus more on bad things. Verses 24, 25, and 26. And the people complained against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? So he cried out to the Lord, and the Lord showed him a tree. When he cast it into the waters were made sweet, and said, If you diligently heed the voice of the Lord your God, do what is right in his sight, give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I'll put none of the diseases on you which I have brought on the Egyptians, for I am the Lord who heals you. The Israelites are struggling, but God is there to pick them back up. And that's a great thing, but they should have never been complaining. You can't talk all that stuff about God being so amazing, and then as soon as things go wrong, you forget all about him. Moses was the one that had to ask for God's help, but the Israelites didn't. But God is the Lord who heals you, and he will always be there to help you. So God took them to Elim, and they had everything they needed there. Like a lot of other chapters, this chapter shows that God is a protector, but also an amazing helper who truly cares for you and wants the best for you. God will use his infinite, unlimited power to give you everything you need and more. All you have to do is recognize him as the one true God and give your life to him. That's all I have. I hope you guys are blessed.